भाई 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 थोड़ा
मैम इथे
मैडम समोर थैंक यू.
So as I said, I wish I had the voice of Jagjit Singh to say, होश वालों को खबर क्या, बेखुदी क्या चीज़ है. You will remember her in Sarfarosh with Amir Khan and Nasiruddin Shah. Sonali, you are an icon in the eyes of a lot of people. First, as a career woman who made theatre, films, television, somebody who has gone through this kind of a journey, to have suddenly been detected with a life-threatening situation, your career being at stake, and then emerging out of it and becoming a champion protagonist for it, obviously raises certain questions in the minds of a lot of us who are from the medical world. First of all, would be intrusive on my part to ask you, how were you diagnosed? Where were you diagnosed? How did you get to know? Because from you, these lessons will go to a large number of people.
First of all, good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. Dr. Patankar, Dr. Patkar, and Dr. Agarwal, they've been strong pillars in this journey of mine, and somewhere have been part of the beginning of this phase of my life, I would say, because it is a different phase. And my husband and me joke, we say BC and AC, that's before cancer and after cancer. It's like a different lifetime. Like you said, that you know, I don't think I'm a champion in the sense of kind of trying to. My voice is much softer than what was going on before. I'm not here. Sorry about that. I can't really shout so much, but you were right about it, that we need to demand. And what happened was that I did not look at what was happening to me and did not ask too many questions as I should have. Couple of points to that. Probably it comes from the fact that as women, without knowing in the subconscious, we are all taught Sahin Shakti bahut achhi baat hoti hai. So you're taught that, you know what, be tough, bear the pain. You have to bear a child, bear the pain. We are all being told that somewhere. So you kind of internalize that, and you're always thinking that, you know what, I can bear the pain and you can go on. And I kept telling myself that I'm putting in an 18-hour day, so obviously I'm fine, I'm not dying, but I was. And when I look back and I say, how did I do that? So then the question was that, why did I put up with this pain? What was I waiting for me to collapse? To understand what my body was trying to tell me. So it comes down to that the body was sending me signals. I was not looking at it as I should have looked at it. Half of the time we say that, yeah, but I've told my doctor, so it should be okay. But we forget doctors are human beings too, and they're looking at, especially in our country, the kind of patients they're looking at, and the kind of numbers they're looking at. It's really not possible for them, you know, to blame everything on doctors and say, why did they not? I mean, how can they? It's my own body which was telling me, and I did not listen to it, so why expect somebody else to? So I think we're already putting on a lot of burden where doctors are concerned. So that's where it started for me, not listening to the signals. Went in for a what would you call it, a TCRE procedure, because these are the medical terms that I know of, and which here, this room, people will understand. But yeah, and we were suddenly, we discovered that there was something in there which was causing this whole thing all this while. And we came out of there, and then we discovered that it was not just there, it was all over. It was spreading really fast, and it had spread to a lot of areas, and basically it was the fourth stage. So I don't know how I had pulled it off till then, but that was the shocker.
So Sonali, from the perspective of the diagnosis, from the perspective of the guidance that you received, do you have any reservations about the quality of care that you received here?
Not at all, but I would say I did go to the US. I went to New York for my treatment. My husband was very clear about it. He said, I don't want to take any chances. And the reason I think I was literally fighting with him. I'm like, my child is young, the home is here, and we're just picking up. And it was literally in 2 days after the diagnosis that we had packed our bags and we had left. And I didn't know when I was coming back, what was happening, where I was going for. It was just the two of us. We had not really had time to discuss it with too many people, and we had just taken off. He had got the appointments and we had just taken off. So I kept fighting with him, saying that, how can you just stop everything? But when I reached there and I got to know the extent of this, somewhere I did honestly feel, thank God I'm here. I think that comes from the fact that there are a lot of things that now in hindsight I look at, and it was probably an instinct, but where he came from, and as he explains it to me, he said that, I know we would have got great care here, and touch wood, we have the means to, and the connections to, and the relationships where we could tap on people, but the fact remains that we went to a place where this is what they dealt with. The only disease they dealt with was this. So his logic was that if for so many years they're only dealing with cancer and its various types of cancers, so much so that the place that I went to, the entire building was dedicated to just these type of cancers. That means there has to be something in which, when you're obviously doing it constantly for so many hours, there's definitely going to be more data that's collected, there's going to be more intuition that is going to be there. He said, you were at the stage where I did not want to take a chance on this. And in his words, what he said was that I would rather say that, I overthought it and I overreacted, rather than later on feel that I should have done it. He said, I did not want to take that chance. And that was the reason why we went there. So, no offense, and if there's any way that I can, in my way, help out, and which is, if me talking about something helps out, I would love to get the data on it and be the person who talks about it. But until I know it myself, so there needs to be a place from where I can get it. So if I can be provided with that, I would love to focus on it and, kind of amplify it, as you say. But I don't know it. I'm not a medical person, so I'm a lay person. I need to be told that, and I'm happy to learn. Thank you so much.
All I'd say is thank you very much.
Thank you.
And may God bless you with a healthy and a long life ahead.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for having me.